guys, guten Morgen aus Deutschland, good morning from Germany. I've been looking forward to doing this. This is another episode of Catfished, and it seems like the scammer pretended to be Johnny Depp. Only what I didn't know is that there are several episodes, and so in this one, I'm going to be reacting to this episode. Woman insists Johnny Depp boyfriend is not a romance scammer. I mean, you can't help but laugh at these people, right? Okay, let's get into the video.
On today's episode, we speak to a woman named Deborah from Virginia. She believes she's in an online relationship with the one and only Johnny Depp.
Just seeing him, man, he's such a cutie. Just right off the bat, right? I'm roughly his age. I've been a fan for decades, and I love so many of his movies. And when I had to watch that trial, the court, uh, uh, those was it 6 weeks? How many weeks was it? Way too many. That court trial with Amber Heard. Man, that made me so mad. I think he's a great human being from what we know out here of him. And yeah, but that has nothing to do with today's episode because, of course, he didn't do it. It was a scammer pretending to be him.
Deborah reached out to us after seeing the previous episodes of the other guests on our channel that thought they were talking to Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay, so maybe I should have done it in chronological order. It makes no difference. I'm gonna do this one and then the others.
She sent him over $40,000 to meet him in person.
Come on, as if he would ask for that much money. I mean, of course, he charges certain amounts to appear in certain places, but private people, come on.
Meet and greets and travel fees. And well, she's now having doubts that she may not be communicating with the real Johnny Depp.
Wait, in the title, it said that she insists she's in a relationship with him. All of a sudden, she has doubts, huh? Well, I guess there's hope for her after all.
Seekers, let's jump into it and see if we can help her out.
Sure, lads.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
Good morning, social catfish. My name is Debbie. I've been married 3 times. I have been out of a relationship on purpose because I was discovering me
Wow, another one that likes to check herself out in the viewfinder.
for the past 10 years. Then I ran into this mess and it has stunted me.
Okay, so what happened?
After her divorce, Deborah decided to open an Instagram profile for the first time, and this is when it all began.
I liked a couple of pictures and was approached by this woman, and she said that
Wait, she liked couple pictures? She liked a couple of pictures. So she just willy-nilly liked some pictures. She wasn't in any group or anything, but she had an Instagram profile and then she liked some pictures. Okay.
she was his personal assistant, media, or something like that. But it was kind of cool because it was a lady approaching me and not a man. Her name was Vivian. It was a very lengthy message.
Oh, great. That's who I work for. How long have you been a fan of his?
She wanted to know how long I had been a fan of Johnny Depp.
Yeah, no, I didn't like 21 Jump Street.
You know,
And he didn't like it either. He didn't like to be sold as a sex symbol, you know, and there was no room for improvement. It just kept going. He didn't really like that series,
really
but it made him famous.
just elaborating on her responsibilities, that she was trying to help him connect.
I tried to connect Johnny Depp with his loyal fans. I just want to get to know you a bit so I can tell Johnny about you. Yeah, right.
With his fans, And it was almost like a screening. She wanted to know things that I was very vague in answering to her, to tell you the truth, because I didn't think it was any of her business.
Why does the audio of these people always suck?
But I did tell her I was single. I just finally folded and decided, okay, let
Okay, just let me know what else you need so I can talk to
me just
Johnny.
check this out and see if it really is. She had been on Instagram and had 12,000 followers. On her main Instagram, it looks like a woman, very staunch, and she's looking away with dark hair, really pretty skin. And
Well, using filters, you can never tell nowadays.
she's a very pretty lady. Vivian
Johnny's waiting for you. Just send him a message on there, and he'll respond to you shortly. Okay?
had instructed me that I could speak with Johnny Depp.
Vivian sent Deborah a phone number she could text through WhatsApp to get a hold of Johnny Depp.
Thank you for answering all my questions. Here's Johnny's WhatsApp number. Yeah, sure. I find reacting to this episode so much fun because it makes me think of what I would do to the scammer because I know so much about Johnny Depp. I've watched, I believe, all of his interviews, and I basically studied him. And I would play games with the scammer, And if, let's say that woman, I don't know what's going to happen because I haven't watched this episode, but if that woman actually calls that WhatsApp number, Johnny Depp would actually have to answer the phone. And then if it was me, I would say something like, okay, now pronounce my name. And it couldn't be like a pre-recorded message. It would have to be him reacting to what I say. And since they can't do it, I would out him in no time. But I can't wait to see what she did with that.
That's when the two started chatting.
I just told him I didn't believe it was him.
Are you sure this is Johnny? Is she asking him if he knows if he's Johnny? What?
And he said that, well, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to. That Vivian said that you were skeptic.
Already told me that you were a skeptic. LOL.
I thought it was kind of funny. So I wanted to play.
What a cutie. Look at that. He's just universally easy on the eyes. And the voice, right? Oh my
I've
god.
always been a fan of Johnny Depp. I even have first season of 21 Jump Street.
I didn't like him so much when he was younger, even though you could tell that he had mature eyes. But this is, what am I doing? This is not a video about Johnny Depp. This is about a scammer pretending to be Johnny Depp.
It's the conversations, and it's like a relationship. I guess it's kind of like married people, when you go home, how was your day?
I feel better, but it's better now that I'm talking to you, heart.
Oh, it was crappy. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I enjoyed talking about myself because no one had asked those kind of questions in a long time.
That's how they get them. That's like How to Make Friends 101. What was that guy's name? Dale Carnegie, I think, that wrote all these books. They must be studying them over there in Africa. I assume that scammer is from Africa too. I'm getting ahead of myself.
He would call me his heart.
I'm really starting to fall for you. You're my heart rub. My heart rub. I don't know what that is.
Heart rub. He seems to really, really care. It was nice to feel that someone may be even attracted to what's up here. I mean, I'm not.
I love when you tell me all about yourself. Yeah, that's how you get people to trust you. And of course they don't want to say much about themselves. They're trying to gauge you. They're trying to figure out what they need to say in order to get you to have emotions for them.
I think I really care about this person.
It's so nice that you asked. No one's ever asked me stuff like that before. Okay.
It's like a relationship, like a true connection. I think I love him, but I
No, you love the idea of having somebody in your life that is that interested in you.
know in my mind that it's
Gosh, look at that. I can't even focus on this video.
unrealistic.
Johnny and Deborah would go back and forth over text messages for weeks before they planned to finally meet in person.
The first time I sent money, Johnny Depp and I had talked about meeting, and he described a meet and greet.
I'm dying to see you, there he goes again, heart Rob. We schedule a meet and greet for us. Okay.
I didn't know anything about it. And he referred me to Vivian. Vivian gave me the different prices to meet Johnny Depp. There's
So we have 3 different packages to meet Mr. Depp. Which one would you like to do?
like 3 levels. And I chose the 1300 package.
Wow. I mean, not that the real Johnny Depp ain't worth it. But, yeah, wow.
I sent to a wallet that was supposedly Global Management's wallet. In the conversation, we had become tight, and it was supposedly the only way that he could.
I'm sorry we have to do all this, love. The only way I'm allowed to meet up with you is through a meet and greet. What?
Be with a female was to do it through a meet and greet. He wanted to meet me sooner. They wanted to send a.
We're gonna send a private jet to come pick you up. Oh, okay, that would justify the 1300, I guess, in her mind.
Private jet. He doesn't want what he's doing out there. He doesn't want anyone to know.
Of course, I also don't want anything from my personal life leaked.
Anything about what he's doing. He is on like an allowance and only gets it every 3 months or something. It's allotted to him. One time was for.
Dude, no. There are so many red flags already. Man, these women are so desperate. But that's probably why there's a need for these channels like Catfished and Social Catfish and all the others.
Them to get a passport for me to go to Paris, and they were going to send me in a jet.
Wait, John Christopher Depp. Why would he send a picture of his passport?
Over and over again, failed attempts because.
You said you were gonna fly me to Paris on a private jet. I paid the money to see you.
The amount.
It would be nice to know what the timeline is, like how soon after paying the money did she ask that,
Wasn't quite enough. The biggest reason.
You're just still a little short. You're just still a little short because of the Bitcoin conversion. Just send a little more and everything is good. Oh my God.
Was because of Bitcoin, and the conversion wasn't exactly what they told me to send on their end. So I was always running behind. There have been times that we've.
Johnny, I can't afford to send your management more money.
Fought because of money, management wanting more money, 100 here, 1,000 there. We just had an argument.
I'm so close to meeting with you, babe. Just send over a couple hundred more so I can see you. So how much has she spent at this point?
Around the third.
Deborah has dished out over $40,000 to Johnny Depp.
Damn! 40,000.
and his management team for meet and greets, plane tickets, and other travel expenses. Gilbert was Johnny's
Hello, Deborah. We wish to tender our unserved apologies for not contacting you earlier. It's based on some unforeseen circumstances. We actually made efforts to fly on the set date, but funds were not enough cause, oh my God, cause of the economic downtime of the UK. We'd be needing extra 1955 to cover these costs. Oh my God. Deborah, wake the F up.
logistics manager, and he always had some reason for why he needed money and also why Johnny Depp couldn't show up in person.
I had to prove to Gilbert, because Gilbert was the logistics manager. I had to show a copy of the receipt to him.
Hello, Deborah. I received your mail. I understand what you've said. But know that if you want us to complete our monetary related issue, oh my God, it'd have been best you sent the 1,200 that's with you tomorrow, Thursday. The remaining 400 on 5th. This is to allow us plan, but mind you, we are not insistent for clarity. Oh, dude.
And he was to coordinate us to meet, which it didn't happen because it wasn't enough money. When I got stood up at the airport waiting for a plane, management made them turn the plane
I couldn't make it. Management had the plane turn around.
around because of a landing fee or something like that.
If this isn't truly Johnny Depp, Deborah has many suspicions on who is behind the profile. The first suspicion is someone in Johnny Depp's close circle.
He has an entourage, as well as his security man.
Yes, sweetie, but see, where you have the scammer click on a link and then you can find out their location, you know? And so since almost everybody on the planet is aware of that, maybe his entourage won't try to scam you out of money.
I think it's someone close to him that knows his habits and timing of what he's doing things.
What? Why would she think that?
The second suspicion that she has is
Okay, that one I can't even deal with.
Amber Heard. She believes that she could possibly be behind this whole thing.
And
Yeah, but I think Amber Heard, from what we've seen in that liability court deal, right? She knows how to express herself. I doubt that she writes English like that. You know, with all kinds of mistakes and errors of expression and grammar errors and all of that. I doubt it. And she's not that hard up for money. Plus, she can't afford to being caught doing something like that. Even though after what she did in court, I wouldn't put it past her.
and I wonder how on earth she could get the money that she has. How she keep going? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know if it's a minion of hers.
One of the reasons Deborah feels her relationship with Johnny Depp could be true is because he claimed to be texting her while he was in court for his case with his ex-wife Amber Heard.
One time, while I was on Telegram, he tried to call me after.
Tried giving you a call, love. Camille just tripped into Amber. Wanted to tell you about it. He can't talk about what is happening in court.
Camille had grilled Amber, and I was at work and I couldn't take the call.
Oh, that's great. I'll check it out on the news when I get home. Man, my sister and I, sometimes we couldn't watch the entire day at court, but the compilations, and man, that Camille girl was amazing.
And
But I hated Rottenborn. He was what a bad lawyer he was.
there was a legal action that he was describing to me that like 2 days later it did happen.
Okay, but he wasn't supposed to talk about it, so that should have told you something too.
During the trial, he had his head down in his lap and his hair all around. And I get a text and from his account. And I'm like, you need to get your head in the game.
He was not on his phone though. He was drawing pictures. He brought a little notebook that he was drawing into or writing into. I miss you too, but you better focus during the trial.
The text messages would be only on breaks from court.
After searching for answers herself, Deborah turned to us to find the truth.
I reached out to Social Catfish because I'm in pain and I want answers is the biggest thing. I reached out to Catfish because I feel that they will have the resources to help me get closure, to find answers. And I know that it has to end because it's hurting me.
She's not even talking about losing all that money.
Physically as well as emotionally. If you told me it was the real Johnny Depp, I would be a little bit angry because of being taken advantage of. But I would forgive because
What? It's not him.
that's my nature. It's really good to be able to tell this story and perhaps get answers and closures where I can't figure it out.
Well,
Yeah, all the red flags that should have come up kind of didn't, did they?
seekers, we had a bunch of information to research. Deborah sent us documents, emails from Johnny's management, passports, photos, and 2 Bitcoin wallets. It was time to dig in and find some answers.
So you guys saw Deborah's initial interview. She's struggling with this. She's been going through this for quite a while. And I know you guys had a chance to look at her information. What do
Yeah, so for how long did that whole thing last?
you guys think about it?
I think the most challenging thing is that she truly believes that like it's either Johnny Depp or somebody related to Johnny Depp. So I think what we need to do is we need to figure out like, okay, who are the people behind the pictures? So let's get Bree and Virginia on that. Let's look up I think there was a contract. So let's look up the contract. To me, it looks fake, but let's see if we can find out where the contract came from. And then from there, we'll look up the crypto wallets. I already started looking into them. One thing that we saw, though, is that initial deposit was the day that she deposited money. There was no other transactions that was going through that wallet before that. I think we already know where this is headed. I think we just need the solid information for Deborah to essentially just understand what's really going on. She's in denial. This is her relationship with her friends and family. And, realistically, we probably need to get her off the internet, too. What do you think, Drew?
I was looking at what Brienne and Virginia had already looked up.
What is with the wiggly camera?
It looks like the Bitcoin wallets were just created like the day that she sent the money. So, I mean, the best thing that we could do right now is get her to realize that this is obviously a scam, and Amber Heard and nobody tied to Johnny Depp has anything to do with this. So,
But
Okay, so let's see some proof. Let's go.
even that we kind of talked about this earlier, is like Amber Heard is worth millions of dollars.
Right.
Johnny Depp's worth millions of dollars.
Right.
Why would they talk to anybody for hours every single day for 2 years?
It's not
for
worth
even
it.
$50,000. Like it's not worth their time. They're too busy of people for that.
Okay, the answer to that is if she really wanted to do it, she could hire somebody to do it for her. Just saying. I'm not saying she did it. I doubt that she did, but it would be possible. I mean, it's not that far-fetched.
Happen, but we have to prove it to her.
yes. So I'll start pulling the information, send everything over to Virginia and Brienne, and we'll schedule a sit down with her.
Okay.
Bree and Virginia sat down to dig into all of Deborah's information. Who were these people claiming to work for Johnny Depp?
You have to help me find Vivian. She reached out to Deborah on Instagram, claiming to be Johnny Depp.
Try to connect Johnny with his. Oh, okay.
Assistant. Problem is, we only have one picture of her, super blurry, and we have an old screenshot of her Instagram that's been taken down. So it's gonna be a little tricky.
I think we can do it though. Let's see what we can find.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So here's her Instagram. As you can see, it's just a screenshot of it because it's still disabled now. That's all we got. I'm thinking we just run a reverse image search on this Instagram page and see if anything pops up.
Yeah,
All right, let's try it.
sounds good.
Look at this. None of these look like her.
Oh man.
I'm thinking it's because the screenshot was so vague that it doesn't know what to populate. Maybe we should do a screenshot on her actual profile picture and see if that helps.
Yeah, and maybe crop those images of her.
Okay, that might help. I think I found her profile. So just looking at her Facebook, she doesn't have any connection to Johnny Depp. She lives in Brazil, and this is definitely a stolen picture.
So another piece of information that Deborah sent us was this meet and greet allegedly from Johnny Depp's management.
Meet and greet agreement. Okay. You know what we could do to validate this document? We can look up the email address and the address and see if it matches.
And it looks like there's a phone number there too.
Oh, here we go.
So it looks like the email was a dead end.
Of course. But you know what? Go figure. The whole document looks fake, but
Yeah.
I did find something. So, ironically enough, Johnny Depp's actual management company is Global Artist Management. The address on the website doesn't match the address on the document, and the email address is definitely not the same.
There's Johnny.
So it's fake.
Johnny Depp.
100%.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Address didn't match. Address, email address.
Smart scammer though, using a legitimate company.
Very smart.
Exactly.
Very clever.
Because a simple Google search would lead you to believe that this is a legit document. They use the same logo and everything.
Stick around until the end. Deborah will fill us in on who she thinks is behind this profile of Johnny Depp.
It could be
She already did. Somebody from his entourage, Amber Heard. Somebody from his vicinity.
Amber.
Amber Heard.
Yes.
Why do you think Amber Heard's behind this? And we'll go over everything that we found.
I would like for Johnny Depp to come on here and say, hey, here's a check for your money and everything is cool. And
Yeah, but it wasn't him, so why should he do that?
copacetic, we're going to be good. That's what I would like.
What if
Yeah, of course. That wouldn't heal what is ailing you, though, and that is you falling for somebody on the internet.
I was to tell you that Johnny Depp had nothing to do with this, though?
If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Sure.
We appreciate you so much.
It was now time to sit down with Deborah and go over everything we found. What are you hoping comes out of this research that we
What's with all the questions? I'm tempted to just cut this out and cut to the chase and see what they actually did find out.
found?
I've lost weight, connections with my family, and it's just been overall a very anxious time for me. And it's not been fair to my family because I've not been the same person. I would like for Johnny Depp to come on here and say, hey, here's a check for your money and everything is cool.
Not gonna happen.
And copacetic, we're going to be good. That's what I would like.
What if I was to tell you that Johnny Depp had nothing to do with this, though?
I would believe you.
Okay.
Let's get into some of the searches that we ran.
You sent over a list of crypto wallets. And what we did was we made a list of all the addresses and we researched the information for each of those wallets, seeing if there's a connection with any of the transactions. And what we had found was the majority of the wallets eventually led to a Binance exchange. So money is being transferred over to different wallets through transactions.
I think Johnny Depp is a very innocent kind of person. and he probably signs off on whatever and trusts people too much. And I'm
She can't get off that horse.
not sure. It has to be someone close, because like
No! Deborah, no.
last night after they played, it was like right after they got off the stage, he texted me. And every time when he played with Beck,
Taking a break between songs, wanted to say, oh my God.
in between there would be a pause there, and he would talk with me. So it's someone that's right there with him all the time.
No, I don't want to hear from her anymore. What did they find out?
Someone intimate, like security, or maybe even like his roadie men that set up the guitars or something. I don't know.
No, you're just reaching.
It's someone close to him.
Doubt it. That was a scammer. What do you want to bet it was a scammer from Nigeria?
That's what I think.
Gotcha. And then
Or it could be Amber.
How many more times? What is going on? I want to hear the results of their research.
Amber Heard.
Yes.
Why do you think Amber Heard's behind this?
A lot of the verbiage that has been used, I look back, and at the time I questioned it, but then I let it go. Like, I showed her a picture of my ex, and they said, oh, he's cute. Why would a man say another man is cute?
Yeah. Okay, but that still isn't proof that Amber is behind this. So let's hear about the results.
Handsome, maybe, but not cute.
Okay, I've had enough of her. I'm gonna move ahead to where they actually present the results.
The only reason she had suspicions of Amber Heard being behind the profile of Johnny Depp was the verbiage he would use sometimes. But
Yeah, it couldn't have been a female scammer, right?
we had more information to go over with her to prove that this was just another scammer.
Next is the passport.
We used our reverse image search tools to run this image in our site, and we found an exact match. And where this exact match was found was on a Twitter account. Yeah, so someone had uploaded this image, the exact image, on their Twitter account stating that they were scammed by a fake Johnny Depp. And this was the same exact passport used and was sent to her as well.
So that was on the Twitter account. See, okay, go ahead.
This person says, what the hell? The girl who was being scammed by a fake Johnny just sent me this pic. Apparently her scammer has sent her this. They're even producing fake passports now to convince their victims.
She's on there named V. There you go. There's that V girl again. Saying she was the communication manager for Johnny Depp and that she wishes to talk to me. I said yes out of curiosity, and they asked me to use Google Chat to talk to Johnny. Money request after that. Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Any questions, Deborah?
No.
As we were going through the information, you could tell Deborah was starting to realize what was really going on.
Okay, I've heard enough of Deborah, though. I want to hear more results.
This is perfect what you're doing. I need this.
Okay, so give us more results.
She needed to hear the truth. We had to get rid of any thought that she had about this profile having any connection to Johnny Depp or anyone he was associated with.
One of the reasons why you think Johnny Depp is real has a little bit to do with the global artist company, correct?
Yeah.
So you had received a document and you had sent that over to us, and we examined it. And we did find a few inconsistencies, one of them being the fact that the address on the document is false. It's not the actual address and location for this company. And then another thing we noticed is there were emails. And when we looked into that, we found that
Official Johnny Depp contact at gmail.com. Oh, man.
that wasn't even a correct format. If you're representing a company, it's going to be at global. right, at globalm.com. It's not going to be someone's personal email.
Yeah. Okay.
Are your wheels turning a little bit on what we're kind of getting at?
It's all fake.
Yeah.
Through the interview with Deborah, the fake profile of Johnny Depp was texting her. We had to stop the interview several times so she could check her messages.
I'm sorry. He keeps. Please. I'm sorry. How can I do this? Well, he's off. Okay. He's off for right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, he's not typing right now. I don't have to pay attention to that.
What's he
Okay.
saying to you?
Just hey. And smiley faces. Just hey.
Does he know that you were going to join us today?
Yes.
What? She told the scammer that she's gonna have a video conference with social catfish. That's odd. And that scammer's not even concerned.
He said that his
My financee, you should not do this interview. My financee, fiancé, whatever.
girlfriend should not do interviews, or his fiance should not do interviews.
You're going to ruin my image too.
That doing interviews would just mess up the whole thing.
Okay, what else did they find out? This is getting boring.
And I
She's just flapping and flapping.
Bruh, I'm not a psychologist, but I personally think from a friend to another friend, I think you need to get off the internet for a while. It's stressing you out. You're creating this world that's not reality. Having Johnny Depp's manager stealing money from him when we found all the transactions in the Bitcoin, Amber Heard being a part of this. There's nothing real behind any of the reasons of why you would think any of these things. And I really just think you're stressing yourself out. They're just causing confusion. That's what scammers do. They want to cause confusion for you so you can put these things together. Anything that any of these accounts told you is a lie. And moving forward, you should block all of them because they're out to get your money.
Okay, got it? Good.
Deborah seemed to take in all of the information we had pretty well. The hardest part about being involved in a romance scam is to disconnect. The internet is the wild, wild west. Anyone can create a fake profile and pretend to be anyone they want. We plan to continue to educate her on online safety, and we even set her up with some tools to help along the way.
I'm looking forward to blocking that account and being finally done with it. And I want to know the next steps that I need to take.
I want to let you know that we're here for you. We have steps for recourse to start with the unfrauded tool that we have for.
We have an unfrauded tool. This is a new tool that our company created. You can use this tool to verify basically anything. You've got a fishy text message or suspicious email, you drop it in the unfrauded tool and it spits out a verification, yes, this was fraud, or no, it wasn't. So we'll definitely sync you up with access to that tool, and we think that you'll find it very useful.
Okay, that's good for Deborah, but did they not figure out where that person was from? I'm always interested in hearing about that.
I thank you very much for taking me on, and I'm glad to finally have closure to know that I can stop throwing money into this pit that is just not going anywhere.
Yeah, maybe you can work on getting it back somehow, like get some authorities involved. I don't know.
Really appreciate the services of Social Catfish, because I just didn't know what to do. I was on the loop and falling like down the drain. I was going down the drain.
Thank you so much, Deborah. It was nice meeting with you today.
Thank you for being there for me.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our team felt that Deborah needed to take a break from the internet. Her connection with her family suffered greatly, and she began to lose touch with her true self. She faces a challenging journey ahead, and we are currently assisting her with the aim of recuperating a portion of her finances. Well, great. That would be something interesting to hear about, right? I don't know. I haven't watched many of these episodes, but I'm beginning to get a feeling that these episodes are not structured very well. Not sure what the problem is though. But yeah, this is all I have time for today. I wished I could do the other episode too, but the other episode with Johnny Depp, I'm gonna do next. And so, yeah, maybe I should type up some kind of disclaimer or something that I put at every end of the video. If you feel weird about somebody that has contacted you on the internet, please engage your logical thinking. And if something sounds too good to be true, most of the time it actually is. And so get help. Go to these websites, Catfish, socialcatfish.com. Do reverse image lookups. That usually helps. That's how I out every one of the scammers that contact me. And yeah, so I'm gonna come to an end here. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.